What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Closing out my Madden NFL 18 gameplay styles with competitive. If you haven't seen the arcade of the simulation, I'll put a link down in the description. Thank you in advance for checking them out. Now, we all know simulation was made for the CFM guys like myself. Arcade, we really don't know who arcade was made for, but I'm sure we're going to find out. Competitive was about the online gameplay. Madden Ultimate Team, head-to-head competition, tournament play. As a matter of fact, it's going to be the default when you have ranked online games or you're in an EA competition. So it's meant to make stick skills paramount. It's meant to have outcomes weighted on game situations and rating thresholds. There's going to not be any injuries. The penalties are going to be limited. And I thought it was interesting. They said random outcomes are rare. I don't really know what that means. But random outcomes, if you're familiar with them, they're not going to happen a whole lot. I've had a lot of random outcomes in Madden, so I hope they're not rare, because you guys really enjoy when I have those random outcomes. But I digress. Executing gameplay mechanics and making the right reads dictate success when playing competitive, which when I read, I was like, well, wait, isn't that simulation too? Why don't we have, like, CompuSim? You know, merge these things together, because everything I read for competitive was going to work with simulation. In competitive, going for an interception with a wide-open defensive back who has a good catch leads to significantly lower risk of them dropping the ball. Again, I feel like that should be in simulation. Throwing from a clean pocket with the quarterback's feet set reduces the chance of an inaccurate pass, providing they have good pass accuracy and they have a throw type that you're not using in the pass mechanics. Again, I feel like that's right down the road of simulation. There's a significantly lower chance of a drop catch when a receiver is considered wide open and has a good catch rating. Again, someone make a case in the comment section how that can't be in simulation. There's a decreased chance of offensive wins and multiplayer catch outcomes, such as throwing to an overcovered receiver. Again, I mean, it's just limiting the overpowering we've seen out of certain catches in the past. And only AI players, this maybe is the one that I could separate from the pack. Only AI players with big hitter trait can hit stick. I like the fact that they're removing it from the user in a way, because we've seen it really be overpowered. And maybe you could make the case in simulation, if I've got Bob Sanders as an example, I should be able, of course in simulation, would I really have Bob Sanders? He's been retired. Let's say I made Bob Sanders, and he's not going to get injured every 4 games. If I use him as a user, I should be able to hit stick. So maybe there's that one little caveat. But to me, again, I mean, these are all things that, in my opinion, separate the gamers from another. I don't personally think, as I mentioned in the first video, that's a good thing. I think we should be brought together as gamers, Madden for everybody, all learn to work within each other's skill sets and rules to become better players. And I don't think segmenting the game is a good thing, but it's happened. I'd love to know your thoughts on it. I appreciate you checking this video out. I'll be back later on with more commentary.